Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today for your Tuesday, it's going to be a match between Queen and Mini here on Bloody Ridge. Top right, it is Queen, and the bottom left, it is Mini. Cast a few games on this map already on the channel, but just in case you're not familiar. Okay, so it's a two-player map, right? Top right spawn, bottom left spawn. Weird choke into your natural, fairly easy to wall off. And every single base has just one ramp leading up to it, and it is very skinny, right? So, left side, right side, bottom side, top side, and a little bit of an open base on the top left and the top right here, and a fighting spirit type middle base. Easy to take, hard to hold. And let's see what's going on here with Mini versus Queen. Man, PvZ is my favorite matchup. Just because I feel like they're pretty evenly matched. I know Storm's a problem for Zergs, but getting swarmed is a problem for Protoss as well, right? Right. Anywho. It's an overpool. Here from Queen. Very safe. Kind of economical. And, ooh! A putt. This is a weird place for a cannon rush. Alright. Alright, Queen, what is your plan here? Your plan is to stick your probe at... Oh my gosh, can you shoot through... Oh my gosh, you can! You can shoot through this gap. That doesn't look like a gap, but by golly, it certainly is. Alright. And on the other... Wait, can you not get through that? What? Okay, there's a reason we don't see this map very much. Look how stupid this is. You can't get through this gap from the pylon to the wall. A drone can't get through there. Is that what you're telling me? That is so dumb. Alright, fine. Dumb stuff is happening. Got some lings on the way. Cool stuff. Forge, expansion. Not worried about the lings all that much at this point. I'm really surprised he's not letting the... Just let the lings come and do this. Oh, the lings can get through, but the drones are too fat? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Incredibly dumb. Yeah, nope, I don't like this map for that reason. Oh, have we seen that before? I feel like we saw that before, but with a supply depot, where it made more sense. Right, like a Terran showed up, Supply Depot blocked this, and I was like, okay, Supply Depot fills that gap, thumbs up, whatever. But a single pylon can block off drones from getting through that. That's dumb. That's really dumb. And now the expansion is a lot earlier for the Protoss. Ooh, the double expand in response here from Queen, though. He had a lot of minerals because this was so late. So he's going to go ahead and pop up a third hatch. About the same time the second hatch is coming up, which I can definitely support because, again, early, easy to defend. Just put a couple Zealots on the top of the ramp here. Maybe a couple Sunkens and Zealot attacks. You're going to have a hard time with it, right? Right. Gateway coming up after the Nexus gets started. There's a pylon here. Yada, yada, yada. Terry the Overlord scouting in. See what's going on. Yes, Terry. Good job. Good scouting. Well done. You're getting a lot of important information back to Queen right now. He knows it's not a one-base play, right? He knows that there's a cannon here at least. But, I mean, you can assume there's a cannon here, right? There's just no reason to be like, and then Mini forgot to make cannons, and Lings showed up and killed him dead. Nah. Mini's way too good a player for that. His APM is over 500. Derp, 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 derp. Hydralisk Den opening, not going for a Spire for the first tech play here. And yeah, third and second base is finishing at about the same time. Probe thought about scouting up there to see if there's a base. I'm pretty sure Mini has a pretty good idea there's a third base there if he hasn't scouted it already. Zealot in production. And yeah, this is what you gotta do, because if you just let Queen sit back and basically drone up for the next 5 minutes, you're gonna die. So having some Zealot pressure just to force more Lings out. Maybe the Zealots won't kill anything. Maybe they'll just kill a couple Zerglings and not pay for themselves. But also, maybe they'll kill some drones, but they're gonna force the Zerg player to make something other than drones here. And that makes Zerg players very unhappy. First tech choice, Stargate. Feeling Stargate just because, you know, it's PvZ, and it is. Stargate there. It's a weird map, though. Ooh, really good. Ow, great micro here. Okay, that was sick micro from Mini. Did he not lose either of those Zealots to those Lings? I mean, I know it wasn't... You want 8, right? To handle 2 Zealots, it's 4 per, but he didn't quite have that, and as a result, he couldn't just engage. So he nibbled on them a little bit, lost a couple lings in the process, and then had to abandon ship and make some Hydras. Which I can support that. I can support making some Hydras. Hydra Ling against slow Zealots is pretty amazing, actually. There's another Zealot coming too. This pressure is real. Oh, this pressure is real. Just waltzes into the third base like he was invited. Like he was invited in. And, oh my gosh, is he going to get a drone killer too? Run, drones! Just don't engage. Okay, extra links popping out, and now we have enough to win, and that's it. Mini instantly goes into a position where he has the upper hand, where he's backed into a corner where he can't get surrounded, and takes out, you know, ends up getting 5 kills on that Zealot. That's good trades. Another Zealot here gets, ooh, does he have 2 kills? I don't know if any drones have gone down in particular, but definitely lings have been killed by these Zealots, and sure, I'd say that's a swap, an even swap at this point for both players if that happens. So actually going for, okay, Hydra speed. A la moment. Wait, did he already get, he might have already gotten range. Shoot. Attack something real fast. I can't tell what upgrades they have unless I watch it come through the production tab. I guess we'll have to tell when they attack. Can they attack this pylon from a goodly distance? Come on, don't be shy. And oh yeah, range, okay. So range is done, speed is coming up next. And, oh, wow, really? That cannon, okay, alright, that cannon seems like that distance is not, it is too much. Oh, this one too? Alright, so that pylon's gonna die, but, ow, took some hits to these Hydralisks. They don't quite have the speed to dodge around all that much yet. Corsair's out, cruising around at the speed of sound, gonna get chased away by the Hydras that I assume are positioned in where there are overlords, because that's how this works. Another Zealot come up here? Good grief. Come on, man. He's got 5 kills on this Zealot. 6 kills on this. Okay, 6 kills and almost another one. I think they could probably get the gateway, but anything else, the cannons are lined up too nicely to allow the Forge to get sniped. So nicely done there by Mini. Alright, so third base, rolling. We're going for a Spire now as the lair is done. And Templar Archives coming in back home, along with Citadel of Adun. Bunch of gateways. Mini's just doing great, right? It's really hard to super harass a Protoss who's this good. I guess he invested a lot into cannons, which allows for maybe some safer building up back home, but it does delay. Your probe count delays your building up because you have so many cannons up here. But you know what? Seems that Mini feels like it's worth it at this point in time. Forge, second Forge coming in. Going for Zealot legs. Are we going for Storm yet? The answer is no, but a Dark Templar is on the way. Alright, we do see DTs do some work against Protoss from time to time. It's not a guaranteed win, but it's usually pretty fantastic. What am I going to say? It's hardly ever a waste. It's hardly ever like, went DTs, they both died without doing anything, right? I guess every once in a while that occurs. Gotta kill your own cannon and get out. It's time. It is time to move out. Been on these 2 bases for gosh darn too long. Zergling checking to see, is there a third base up in either of these locations yet? By golly, there is not. This Corsair is just so hard to kill because it's just got a ton of HP. Like, honestly, look, 300 HP, 200 shields, 100 hull, or whatever you want to call it. If we made Corsairs a little less super duper tanky, like, would they be unusable? Like, if we gave them 250 HP instead of 300? I don't know. They're really good. DT with purple cape cruising across the map. So does he want to hit these? He doesn't really want to waste his time on these lings, I don't think. What are you doing out here, Mr. Overlord? You don't have metabolic or nubatized carapace yet. Not that it matters. You're going to die in this location anyway. DT seeing, trying to see if there's a 4th base down here in the bottom right for the Zerg. There is not. But good job scouting, and I like it very much. Scourge! Do not connect. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Abort, abort. And a bunch of speed lots running around. They got +1 attack. They're very scary. There's a drone going for a 4th base here from Queen, but oh my gosh, these Zealots, if they knew there was a 4th base up there, they would be going for it now, and instead, they don't know about that. So I don't think there's enough lings here for this. There's no Sunkens. Queen, what? He's got Lurker aspect. Oh, he tried to block with the Lurker egg, but he couldn't do it, and the Zealots are inside the house. He invested in 0 Sunkens at all. This is typical stuff, and the Spire's gonna get sniped. There's no saving this. There's nobody in range. Nobody can save it. Nothing. Handful of lings not gonna do it, man. Dude, are you serious right now? Queen, a little too greedy, I think. Went really fast for Lurker aspect. Got no Sunkens. No Sunkens at all. sure all these Zealots are going to die. But yeah, sniping the Spire is awesome. That's really, really good. Killing some Hydras in the meantime. Round 2 coming in. Any Sunkens to help this time? No. Burrow Lurker, you can only do your best. Oh, oh. The Zealots actually don't want to take any damage from a single Lurker at all. Fair enough. They decide to peel away. Still no third base for Mini, which I am worried about for our Protoss friend here. Like, honestly, what? How do you not have? How do you not have this yet? Alright, well, 4th base happily ordering for Queen. I mean, nothing is actually mining at it, but still it exists. It is 51 to 44 workers. So far, Dragoons are happening now because he knows about the threat that Lurkers pose to him. Without Dragoons, it's a hard knock life. Singularity charge, +2 attack and +1 armor on the way for the Protoss. Better upgrades, I think. Yeah, 0-0 so far for the Hydras. +1 attack and +1 armor's on the way for them. But ow, ow. Run, Speedy Overlord. Fly as fast as you can. Do you think they expel gas out their back to move? Probably. They're just giant floating sacks of gas. So that would make a lot of sense. Alright, so Lurker's up, Lings up. Lings have no upgrades either. But they're getting Adrenal. The Lings are getting Adrenal before they get any other upgrade. Okay, +1 Carapace is finishing up here, so that counts for something, but wow. Alright, man, 114 to 97 supply, and we just have all the pieces, don't we? We've got Storm, we have Zealots, we have Dragoons. This is all we need. I guess Reavers would be nice. Maybe some Archons once the High Templar have used their energy, but this is it, right? I mean, this is your play against Zerg. I guess Defilers are off a ways yet. Defiler Mount is not done. Morphing the eggs on the ramp to block the progress of coming up this ramp, but I don't know. There's 3 Sunkens and 2 Lurkers and more Sunkens coming up, and yeah, Mini decides, nah, we're not going up there today. 'Tis a silly place. 3rd base, there we go. 3rd base coming in, just warping in now for Mini on the left side. It feels like a late 3rd, especially considering there's already 4 running from Queen right now, but I don't know. Mini doesn't seem overly concerned. He's not like making a beeline towards here or a beeline towards the natural base. He's just sort of sharking around. You know, Storm. Oh, the first and second Storms of many in this game, I anticipate. They're just, it cures what ails ya. Ooh, Scourge take down Unobserver. There's another one here, though. And the Scourge are gone. So this is not great. This is a time when the Lurkers are here, but there's no Dark Sworn to protect them. So they just die. I mean, sure, they slow the advance of the army down. They don't kill a whole lot. Once Dark Swarm comes up, it's different. Consume's coming in, Defiler's on the way. Zerg do get their Spellcaster a little bit later than Protoss does. They can't just tech up as quickly as the Protoss does. Traditionally. God, the Lings are just 4 kills, High Templar. Oh, Observer Snipe. Okay, alright, alright. I mean, High Templar count is pretty healthy, I would say. And yeah, even smaller numbers of Lurkers, Zealots can handle them pretty effectively, especially if they have upgrades, which they do with their +2 armor, +2 attack and +1 armor. Did he lose his? Oh, I think he lost his Observer. That is the trick, is you need those Observers. The Queen's doing a pretty good job picking those off, and yeah, Mini hasn't been able to kill a base here. Queen pretty happily on 4 bases. I mean, a 5th base down here for Queen would be amazing, but maybe that'd be too greedy. Having 4 bases right now where the Protoss is really just now kind of starting to maybe work on his own 4th base is awesome for Queen. So getting Plague, excellent. Getting, melee attacks, cool, cool. More and more Lings, more and more Lurkers, more and more drones. Get an Amulet on the way from the Protoss. He's also working on Observers, High Templars, Zealots, you know, all the pieces. Just the pieces of the puzzle that you need to beat a Zerg player as good as Queen is. Now, the only other question is, we're going to get Reavers today. I don't see any indication of that yet. We're going to get Ultras today. That can be pretty good. I kind of feel better about ZVPs where the Zerg goes for Ultralisks. It's just that, yes, Storm hits them, but Storm obliterates everything the Zerg has except for the Ultralisk, right? Like, 1 Storm is enough to kill pretty much everything except for Lurkers and, I guess, Devourers. But yeah, so things that use lurkers and ultras. So ultralists kind of standing in, especially in an aggressive position where they're like, nom, 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 nom. They're taking out a base. Amazing. Their one true enemy, though, is definitely the Reaver, which there's time. There's time to get those, all right? But for now, it's Lurker, Scourge, Drones, Hydras. Mini's just not holding still. His army has been consistently moving the whole time, and yeah, anytime a Lurker burrows in, storm it. I mean, would the Lurkers be able to take it out anyway? Probably. There's a nice Plague, though. First Plague of the day. Plague, ooh, getting some nice connections off here. Storms everywhere. A second Plague goes down. All right. That's another factor. Ooh, another Plague. Another factor of ZVPs where the Z wins has been Plague. The more you Plague the Protoss stuff, the more easier it is to kill. The more easy it is to kill. Grammatically correct. Oh, yeah. And then Lings on these Dragoons is so good, but then you just have the Zealots coming to the forefront, taking another Plague in the process. Oh, these Lurkers. How many Lurkers have died today? Like 10? Like 49? It feels like so many Lurkers have died already. Yeah, and every time... So the Dragoons come forward to kill the Lurkers, and so the Lings come out to kill them, but then the Zealots come forward, and the Storm is there, and it's just really hard for Queen to get any big connections with Lings on top of those drones. Now, bottom right... Zealot making sure there's not a base here, and there's not a base here, but now there is. Probably. Dark Swarm up. Archons and Zealots don't much care about your Swarm. They do pretty well in there. Is Queen going to take this bottom right? If Queen takes this... Okay, he needs to, because this fourth is pretty happily running. Oh, and look, a Robotics Bay. Cool. So we are going to see some shuttles. We're going to see some Reavers here. It's very rarely we see Reavers without shuttles. And look at this. Lurkers on the high ground. You storm them. You bring the Zealots in. You finish them off. Another Plague. A great Plague. I mean, so look. A lot of these units are red, but the fresher ones coming in not so red. Right? Oh, some of them are. Some of them are not all of that new. Alright, bottom right base coming up. For Queen. Alright, man. So Queen's in a pretty good spot. Down about 20 supply, but... has a very nice potential income right now. Top left not getting taken by Mini, which I'm a little bit confused by. We'll have to watch that closely. Another Plague comes up, but man, like you'll notice, nothing dies. Like you Plague the units, but then they just step back and split up and storm your pursuit, and then it doesn't matter. Like, sure, they're easier to kill, I guess. Good storm drop, by the way. 12 o'clock here, knocking us down to 51 drones. Trying to get up this ramp, but storm, 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 Zealot, Zealot, storm. Zealot, storm seems to be the answer. Oh, there were two High Templar, and they've already both stormed. Now they're sitting here in this dark area that Queen cannot see. Yeah, that's a really nice place to hide. Trying to come up again down here, but oh, the Reavers have joined the party. So just constantly storming the ramp. Oh, there's probably Lurkers on there. Let's kill them. Sure. I mean, there's just... You're not going to break this with a handful of Lings. Maybe you will. Maybe you will break this with a handful of Lings. Just depends. Yeah, storm there, storm there. Reaver sitting back here with a full complement of Scarabs. No, you're not breaking this with a handful of Lings. Okay. So this gets wiped out before I think it does anything else. Yeah, we're back up to 55 drones now. Lings rolling in and, ow. Reavers. Ow. Oh, we're plaguing. Oh, two Reavers. The Robo Facility and the Robo Bay and a Pylon get plagued. That's a good plague. We don't see plague targeting buildings all that much. I feel like it's a good thing. Alright, now we've got some Lings with some Lurker support, but storm, 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 storm. Zealot, Zealot. Storm, storm, storm. You can't come up this ramp. You shall not pass. Wait, but the Reavers have been plagued. Kill them. No. What HP on that Reaver? What? 2 HP and a... Okay, got the Reavers. Suddenly this base is in an immense amount of trouble. High Templar are still here, though. And actually... Ooh, he had enough... Oh my gosh. How many... Is he shuttling in? He's shuttling in additional Reavers and High Templar to save his base. Scourge take down one of the shuttles. Reinforcements are not allowed to come up to assist either. Queen gets up here and kills a ton of probes, but he is incapable of finishing off the base there. Look at this Ling. That Archon could have killed him, but somehow the Archon's pathing was messed up. Alright, so, that was pretty good from Queen. If he can do it again and actually take this base out, I feel like he can win this game. That's what I'm feeling like right now. It's entirely possible. Is this another High Templar drop a Rooney? Going right past this Overlord? Yes, it is. Will Queen notice? I don't actually know. Wings, Hydras. How many Storms are there? Not that much, but there's a lot of speed lots. And Storm drop a Rooney. Ah, I don't think you connected at all. How heart-wrenching. You didn't connect there. Ow, this hurts, though. Wait, but maybe actually attack it? I don't know. Okay, there we go. That's 3 High Templar in there, I think, too. Overlord's dropping? No, I don't think they are. I do love a good drop. Like, sometimes if coming up a ramp seems impossible, drops, man. Dropping on this and killing it, I feel like, is a pretty viable strategy. Ling's checking to make sure this top left base doesn't exist for Mini. I guess the Overlord sees that, though, so I guess we're just here to kill this. Lonely single Zealot with 5 kills. Ow. Yeah, 2-3 Zerglings with Adrenal. Not bad units. Okay, High Templar down, but Storm killing a lot of stuff here. Okay, I like this. I like this bit of a concave, and once again, Mini doesn't like what he sees. He's backing up. By that, I mean this Archon is charging right on in here because he doesn't care about Plague at all. Archon is a good unit against Zerg. It's just mostly their sworn enemy is Hydralisks. If it wasn't for Hydras, Mass Archon, I think, would just win. All you'd have to do is Protoss is make like 20 Archons and just... We win. Maybe some Zealots to handle Lings. Lings kind of give them a problem in the later game, too, with good upgrades, but... Yeah, basically, Zealot Archon would be all you would ever need. Except that Hydras exist. Coincidentally... Oh, Reavers. Yep, more Lurkers dying. Good. Ooh, does Plague the Reaver. How many Lurkers have died today, do you think? Ow, that is some beautiful micro from Mini. That is just disgusting. All sorts of disgusting micro from Mini. And, yeah. Everybody dies. So, Mini has done a great job of being plagued and not letting that stop him. I think a Reaver just died, though. Might have just killed it. Hydralisk, perhaps, with the +2 attack. Made something happen. Look at this guy. Ugh, so brave, so dumb. Okay, this top left base is basically Excalibur, right? He who shall take the top left base shall win this game. I'm going to make that prediction right now. If Queen can take that, he's going to be able to make enough trades to win this game. He's made some terrible trades. Uneven base. Actually, the bottom right, he has this now, but still. Okay, Shuttle dies. Reavers can't quite be microed as well as they otherwise would be. Great Plague. Once again, the Plagues today have been banana pants from Queen. They're so good. But there's just not enough to kill this. Coming up this... Oh, it's basically a Zealot Archon army, isn't it? Yes. Observers... Oh, nice snipe on the Observers. And that forces Mini to pull back. He doesn't want to fight the Lurkers. He'll fight your Hydras and your Zealots. Or your Lings, though. No problem. I cannot believe this base is alive. So much stuff is on fire. So much stuff is plagued. I mean, look at this. Look at how gross it is down here. But alive. Alive is what matters. I don't know that Queen has enough Hydralisks. So here's the thing. If it was Mass Archon, then sure. Mass Hydras would work. But it's not that. It's Archons and it's Zealots and it's Dragoons. And it's High Templar. And it's Reavers. And it's all of the pieces, right? It is a very complicated puzzle, but it's just a puzzle. You just gotta have as many of the pieces as you need to win. You need the specific composition, right? So these Lings maybe go for... Oh, that's not happening. All right. They're all dead. These guys, once again, trying to come up the ramp. There's Reavers here, man. He's really desperately... Okay, he got it. Oh my gosh, he got the Reaver. I didn't believe. Oh, but then a bunch of Archons show up, and but there's no detection available. So, maybe. Where's it? This army needs to come down here and kill this base. Why are you going this way? What is this way for you? Is he trying to flank them? Like, trying to make it so that Mini can't pull back? Like, maybe set up an attack here or something. Oh, these Lurkers, though. The Lurker death sound is going to be in my nightmares tonight. Not so much Hydra death sound today as it is Lurker death sound. Queen is investing a ton into Lurkers. Whereas maybe Ultralisks could be better. I don't know, man. I'm not here to tell Queen how to play ZVP, but his Lurkers are not getting the value that they need in this game. I'm telling you, they're not. Yeah, center base remains untaken, unsurprisingly. I'm more surprised the top left has not been attempted by anybody. Mini hasn't tried it. Queen hasn't tried it. Nobody's been able to get maxed out today. I mean, we're looking at not the greatest numbers of all time. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Shuttle. What are you doing over there? Oh, possibly going for a drop. Is that another dead? That's another dead Lurker sound. Plague. Dodging storms. One Zergling comes up to try to take down the Reaver. Very brave. Also very dumb. Archons decide to stop running around the outside of the fourth base. Or the third base. And just sit in the third base. It's nice. Storm! Got him. Ooh, ow. Oof. Oof. Pretty good. Pretty good storm drop. So Mini hasn't been obliterating Queen's economy today with storm drops. But he's been killing enough drones that it's making it hard for Queen to really max out. He's at 113 supply right now, for heaven's sakes. It's not bad. He's lagging behind. It is not an ideal scenario. Plague. Ooh, he plagued the robotics facility and the bay again. The initial plague didn't bring them all the way down to 1 HP, but I think this one will. Fire, 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 fire. Vacuum cleaners on top. And there's the one, and this is going to be the one as well. Oh, 3. Down to 3. Okay, maths. Maths. Blech, another plague. Look, man, Queen's been plaguing like a boss. He's been making Lurkers like a boss. He's getting a greater spire. I think maybe in his efforts to take down this third base, he's going towards greater spire. How do we feel about this? Not great. How do Guardians usually work in these games? They're created and then they die. I think that's accurate. That's a pretty accurate summation of how this works. Man, these overlords in between these two bases have been here for a while, and they're just kind of hanging out. I don't know what for. I don't know what you guys are here for. I see you. Nobody makes like 5 Mutalisks at 27 minutes for Mutalisks. And the Greater Spire is a good hint here too, but... Alright, so Queen, he's had a bit of a reprieve. Of course, he's been on the offensive today, hasn't he? He's tried to kill this base way more than Mini's tried to kill any of his bases. And Mini's just been making excellent trades and keeping it alive at the whole time. The delicate dance of Scourge trying to kill observers that are part of the group over here. And here we go. 6 Guardians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, oh my gosh, look who's ready for this. Look at this High Templar setting up over here. How does he know? How does he know? Oh wait, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. So I like this actually. Hey, High Templar, use all your storm on this attack coming up your front. Oh, Reaver hit. So you don't have enough storm to kill these Guardians. That seems like a decent idea. I can support it. Don't wander into cannon range. Whatever you do. Okay, didn't wander at cannon range. Great victory already. Oh, Archon comes down. And oh, gets obliterated. Okay. All right, this is sort of winning right now. Oh, another Archon comes down though. And he finishes off the Guardian that was already dead. Oh, and he kills the other one. Okay, so 2 of the 6 are dead now, and now the storms have come in, and now the storm dodging is attempted, and it's so sad when you're a Guardian and you're trying to storm dodge. Hey, did take down a Reaver though. That counts for something, but you're in range of Guardians, and all right, and then okay, we're assisting up the front with Lings and Dark Swarm and stuff, and maybe one of these Archons is gonna die. I don't know, but the direct hits from this Dragoon. The 1v1 scenario. The upgrades are better for the Dragoon, man. Guardian dead. These Archons did not die. 4 kills and 4 kills respectively. And once again, the Lurkers, ow, kind of keeping the Archons away, but also super dying. Nice Observer snipe, though. Look, Queen's been doing some good pieces today, right? He's been taking down shuttles. He's been taking down observers. He's been plaguing everything. He's been throwing down dark swarms in good positions, but Minnie's just like, nah, it's all good. Oh, look who built a scout in response. Hey, scout got a kill. Yeah, looking good, man. Oh, shoot. Wait, hang on. Scouts are like guardians. They show up, they maybe kill something, then they die. So the guardians, I don't know, those were on the upper half of the most effective guardians I've ever seen, which says a lot about guardian play in this game, doesn't it? Run, Defiler. Great plague again, Defiler. Plague-oo indeed. Such plague-oo as you have never seen before. Center. Oh, a DT. I think Queen's trying to expand here. DT says no, and then Hydras say no to set DT. All right, cool. Are you gonna try to get up here? Not with Scourge here to take down your shuttle. Unless, I don't know, the Scourge could all die, and then it's easier to come up. Why not? Well, where are the Arbiters today? We don't see a lot of Arbiter play versus Zerg, but being able to, like, recall on this base would be pretty hot. Or recall on this base would be pretty hot, too. You're just relying mostly on ground forces, yeah. And yeah, center base is trying to be taken here by Queen, probably out of desperation. He doesn't have anywhere else to go. I guess he doesn't feel comfortable trying to take that top left base, which is available, but kind of far away, so hey. Good Scourge dodging, too. And he comes back in and gets the obs. Well played. How many Lings have died today? Like a bajillion? I feel like the official number is 1 bajillion. If I had to guess what we're looking at here. Oh, man. Ow. Sound of another plague. Excellent. Catching some Archons, but you know. If you want to make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs, yeah? Well, you gotta plague some stuff that doesn't matter for plague. Lurker dodging all over the place. Is it even worth it to kill this base anymore? How many minerals are left here? 200, 200, 200. So like 600 minerals are left here. It's 6 zealots, man. I don't know if it's worth trying to kill this, actually. Dude, and then just the storms. This is the 47,000th storm of the day. Lurkers dying, not paying for themselves. I'm going to give it a very solid not paying for themselves play. And once again, it's 181 supply for Mini and 152 for Queen. It's just not... Queen has just not been able to get up to that 185, 190, 200 supply count. Okay, this is... I don't know, man. It's a choke. Zergs don't like chokes. Ooh, an Archon died, though. That's nice. Poor Hydralisk attacking ineffectually into the Dog Swarm. Oh, a Reaver dies too. All right, look, Queen keeps getting these little victories when I'm like, I don't know about this. He's 30 supply down. His Scourge keep dying. His Lurkers keep dying. He never really seems to have a big, scary Zerg army. Like, look, big, scary Protoss army. Zerg is like 4 Hydras and a handful of Lings and a couple Defilers and a choke. Oh, that was amazing. You went Lurker Egg out of Lurker Egg instantaneously. Oh, ow. Okay. Reavers are sometimes dumb and will wander into sunken... Oh, into sunken range. A sunken takes 1 Reaver down. Oh, hitting this one too. Does get it. 2 Reavers died as sunkens. Dang. Mini kind of lost it there. I mean, Reavers, again, not the greatest pathing, smartest units ever. They're right up there with Dragoons and Goliaths and Guardians, I feel like, is the worst pathing units of all time. Thing is, the Reavers actually are worth it, though. Trying to come up here and... Oh, top left's getting taken. That's why. No! Not against a Ling Archon army. This is the worst possible army for you to go after. Okay. So all the Lings die. Yeah, look, man. If you have Zerglings, and they have great upgrades, they have 3-3 and adrenal glands and speed and all that stuff, and your enemy has Zealot Archon, don't do it. You're not going to get good trades. Just stop. Stop it now. Ow, I can't believe he did that. Usually a player will pull back from that situation. And if you're the Zerg, you can. That's the thing. Fast units can retreat. But man, has Mini just had to defend today for the most part. Oh, all those lings die. And then it's Zealot Archon across the sky, and sure, you might plague them all. But there's just not enough Zerg here. Lings coming up desperately. They're like, we can do this. Oh, they got waylaid by more Archons and Zealots. 124 to 109 supply. I mean, it's not like Mini is maxed out or anything. It's just that Queen can't get an army. This is as big an army as I've seen. And maybe it's because he's splitting well, and maybe because he's at different locations and stuff. He's not just putting all of his army onto 5 hotkeys and going, right? Alright, so this base mined out. The battle for the third base was won by Mini. You got every drop of resources from this thing, including all the gas. Well, the gas is infinite, but you know what I mean. Alright, so center is happily being mined right now by Queen, which is good because every other base he owns is completely mined out. That's it. You can mine center, end of discussion. So if he can defend center... Okay, Archon down. It's just, is it enough in here? Because Queen has a ton of gas. It's just minerals that he needs. Oh, see, Mini doesn't want to come through this little choke because there's 4 Sunkens in here, but he will storm your drones. Thank you very much for making those available, sir. All right, what is this army up to? Do they want to maybe try to trap them in here? A little bit, yeah, but then Mini finds an angle. Yeah, that's a great position for the Zerg. Storms are pretty good nevertheless, but yeah, just kind of backing out this corner a little bit here. Archon's in the front. Absorbing hits, at least. I mean, the upgrades here are 3-2-3 for the Protoss, and it was 3-3 for everything for the Zerg, but like... that extra shield upgrade that a lot of people don't bother to go for, Mini's going for that today. Once again, Zergling's just not a match in a straight-up fight here. Oh, more Lurkers dying, just accomplishing very little. My gosh. Hey, wait. These Lurkers are maybe accomplishing stuff. Hold on. Nope, they didn't. They did a little bit of damage to this Nexus. Sure. That counts for something. It's not nothing. That's what I always say. Calm falls over the battleground a bit. Anyway, nah, just kidding. Mini's going for it. So, right, Lurkers pushing away. Mini's being very cautious. Another plague. Does plague matter today? I don't know. Like, she can get a full surround. Right, a full surround on a Protoss army that's been plagued. Oh, the drone deaths here. Ow! Oh my gosh. Down to 30 drones all of a sudden. He was bringing drones in from other bases that were just hanging out, and now they are not that many. And he can't really afford to remake them. That hurts! Losing drones is bad. Oh my gosh. Look, you can afford to storm your own Dragoon a little bit, because the Lings are definitely going to die. And then once again, it's not a huge Zerg army, but Mini just backing on out. Reconsolidating his forces. This is going to be an exhausting game for both of these players. I don't even know what we're looking at here, but it's 124 to 71 supply. I mean, center is... if it wasn't for the center, Queen would be dead already. If it wasn't for the top left, Mini would be dead already. These are very, very important locations. What I'm mostly shocked about today is that we haven't seen any drop attempts from Queen. And we have... he just consumed Scourge. And we haven't seen any... oh, it's a great storm. It's a great storm. We haven't seen any recall attempts at all from Mini, which is a little bit... it's a less weird scenario, right? We don't see a ton of Arbiter play versus Zerg, but like... oh, Archon dies. Even with the Zealots in there trying to stop that from happening. Okay. Look at this. We're just moving out, right? We want to prevent the Zerg from being able to attack us here. So we're going to keep pushing him out. And if he comes to attack us, we kite back, we storm, we use Archon range, we use Zealots to cover our retreat. Zealots can die. We've got 700 minerals in the bank. What a massive bank that is. Man, this is getting an epic tag. I don't know who's going to win this thing. It really comes down to that top left and middle base. If either of those go down, it's a GG for the player who loses it. Okay, alright. Couple Zealots go down, couple Archons go down. Couple Plague Zealots dying out here, but these ones aren't. Oh, they are now because the Lurkers. Okay, Lurkers doing stuff. All of a sudden, Lurkers are doing things at the moment. Where is the Observer that this... Oh, there it is. Where's the Scourge, though? That is the question. $115 supply. Mini is not happy with his supply count right now, but it's better than Queen's at 67. I mean... The spell casting today has been nothing but elite. The storm placements, the plagues, the dark swarms, the splitting against the potential plague. Did you see that split? Oh, 6 split there from Mini for sure. And then storming the eggs. So they just don't happen at all. Forcing a cancel. And look at me. Just bleh. Zealot versus Ling. Okay, that went pretty well for the Zerg player, but he's at 42 total supply right now. So there's just endless numbers of storms, it feels like. Hey, Observers snipe, but there's no Lurkers to take advantage of that, and the win. That's the thing. The Archons win inside that Dark Swarm. Like, Dark Swarm is so much better against Terran, because the only thing that really works in there is, like, Spider Mines and Fire Bats, which, okay. But Archons and Zealots can stand in there and just fight as hard as they always were able to, you know? 51 supply for Queen is not good. Oh, another storm on those drones, down to 26 drones. And trying to push up here once again, but too many High Templar here. Another one joining the party with enough energy for a storm. This one still has enough energy for a storm too. An Archon Zealots, he's doing a great job turning his High Templar into Archons as he needs to. And then making great use of them with their 39 damage. Splash versus these poor Lings. I mean, a plague again, but that's it. Queen taps out. And Mini is your winner. In, by golly, 42 minutes. What an absolutely insanely good ZVP. Wow. Just wow. GG, man. Mini, it was not easy. It was not an easy win for Mini. But Queen never maxed out. He never really won a fight? Is that fair to say? He never came into a battle and won it handedly and then continued on. It was always like, oh, he did some damage to the Protoss, but then had to retreat. Or, you know, he got up here and killed a bunch of probes and maybe hurt some buildings, but then got cleaned up, you know? It was pretty much that. And also, for a game where 0 hatcheries died, that's insane. I mean, it helps that there aren't that many places to expand on this map. I mean, it's not Fighting Spirit. It's not, you know, Circuit Breakers or anything. But it really feels like this is one of the only ZVPs I've ever seen where 0 hatcheries die and the Protoss wins anyway. Did any no Nexuses died either? Wow. 0 base deaths in 42 minutes and Protoss comes out on top. It's going to come down to cost efficiency, right? It's just the Protoss army is designed to be more cost efficient than the Zerg. It was effectively... It was 1 base more throughout the entire game. It was 1 base more that Queen had, and it was this. It was even base count if you count the top left and the bottom right, right? And so this center being held by Queen was good, but not enough. Not enough to overcome the incredibly good trades, the incredibly good storms, the micro, the Archons buffering when they needed to, the Zealots jumping in when they needed to, Dragoons firing on what they needed to, taking the Plagues in stride, taking the Dark Swarms in stride, and always, always defending the most important locations to his ability to win. Mini, just an absolute boss of a victory there. Whew, 325, 1,000 points there for Mini, 335 for Queen. That's another rare example of a Zerg who has more point total than in a loss, especially against a Protoss. That's insane. And this is, I mean, it's pretty much in here, right? Ends up producing 1,200 units, only killing 300, and then the complete vice versa here from Mini producing 300 units and killing about 1,000. Structures raised is fairly minimal, but outspending the Protoss by, let's say, 7 plus 5, 12,000? By 12,000 resources, and couldn't do it. Just could not do it, but this... Protoss shows up with 300 men, kills 1,000 Zerg. That's the kind of stuff that they tell their ancestors about, right? Those stories get passed over through time and through all generations, and they are remembered for their sacrifice and their victory here today. That's an epic game. It just is. Epic tag done. Wow. All right. That was one heck of a match. So again, epic tagged, and that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.